All right, since we're talking food, if you're worried about overeating over the holidays, make this your mantra. Moderation, not deprivation. I got that from Robin Martinez. She's a registered nurse and a certified diabetes educator for Delmarva Foundation for Medical Care. Good to see you.
Good to be here, Megan.
All right, I love this because I think this is something that everybody struggles with, and I know your focus is diabetes, but everybody goes through this with the holidays. You want to eat all of this, but really it's bad for you, especially if you have diabetes. So what do we do? Can we eat all this?
No, and the thing is, there's no such thing as a diabetic diet anymore. What we want everyone to do is eat in a healthy way. So this is what we typically eat on a Thanksgiving dinner.
Okay.
And the reason I say moderation, not deprivation, is that you don't have to throw all of this food away and eat completely different food. You just want to control your portion sizes. So this is a pretty typical plate size. Okay. Instead of using this size, you want to go a little smaller. You want to have about a 9-inch plate. So, and you set the plate up so that a quarter of the plate is your protein. So for Thanksgiving dinner, that might be your turkey, it might be ham, it might be whatever meat, or if you're vegetarian, tofu that you're serving for your dinner.
Okay.
A quarter of the plate is going to be what we call a starchy vegetable.
Okay.
So that would be something like pasta. It would be rice and gravy at Thanksgiving dinner, mashed potatoes, sweet potatoes,
okay,
those type of items. And that would be a quarter of the plate. Also, instead of having one starchy food item on the plate, you could maybe have macaroni and cheese on a little corner here, and then have a little bit of stuffing.
Okay, so you can always just take less to have more.
Exactly,
okay,
exactly. And half of the plate is going to be your non-starchy vegetables. So that would be something like green beans, broccoli, sauerkraut, cabbage, cauliflower, any type of non-starchy vegetable.
I was going to ask you about that. Like, that's the one thing that we should, if we're going to stock up on one thing, make it be the vegetables.
Exactly.
Okay.
Well,
remember, they'll fill you up too.
Yes, that's very true. They have a lot of fiber in it, and for people with type 2 diabetes, the fiber will help them stay full longer, and also it'll take longer to digest and break down so that their blood sugar will remain level.
You know, one thing I like that you said when we were chatting earlier is you said, you know, a lot of people who have type 2 diabetes, they have been eating one way their whole life, so it's more realistic to do something like this than to just say don't eat any of it at all.
Exactly. Change is very difficult for all of us, and when it comes to something like eating, an activity that all of us enjoy so much, it's very difficult for all of us to change our behavior. So in addition to setting the plate up like this, you could have 8 ounces of milk,
okay,
or if you don't like milk, some type of dairy product, a light yogurt, cottage cheese.
Okay.
If you don't like any of those things, you can have a small dinner roll. And you can also have a small piece of fruit. So for Thanksgiving, that's usually going to be cranberry sauce. And you can also have what we call free foods. Big old garden salad with light salad dressing, or even more of your vegetables.
Okay.
And that's a pretty filling meal.
All right, well, Robin, we got to go. Tell everybody where they can reach you.
You can reach us at dfmc.org, the Every Diabetic Counts program. You can also call the main number at Delmarva Foundation, 443-285-0190. You can ask for me, or you can ask for our program manager, Angela Diggs.
All right, well, thank you for all this information. And this looks like a good plate. It's a healthy size, so I think that's very realistic. Thank you.
Thank you, Megan.
Forgot to ask you about the pie.